Hello and welcome to our 5th phonetics lecture video. So far in our discussion of articulatory phonetic vocabulary, we have focused primarily on consonants and their articulation. Today we will take a look at vowels. Vowels can be kind of difficult to classify as the tongue does not anchor to touch any point of the vocal tract during the production of a vowel, unlike a consonant. Instead, we talk about vowels in terms of where the tongue is more or less located, which is also correlated with its shape. And we also talk about whether the lips are rounded or not, which also affects the sound that is produced. So the two primary dimensions of the tongue that affect the vowel sound produced are height and backness. When the tongue is high in the mouth, getting close to the roof of the mouth, we say that the vowel produced is a high vowel. When the tongue is low and there's a lot of space between the surface of the tongue and the roof of the mouth, we say that the vowel produced is a low vowel. Low vowels are often accompanied also by a lowering of the jaw to make more space for the tongue to lower. And then mid vowels fall somewhere in between those two extremes. The high vowels of English are I, and U. Try pronouncing these and see if you can have some awareness of where the tongue is located in your mouth. Sometimes high vowels are referred to as close vowels since the mouth is more closed when you produce these vowels. So on some charts you may see high vowels listed as close vowels. The low vowels of English are A and A. Where is the tongue located when you pronounce these vowels? Is it like the high vowels? Or is there more space between the tongue and the palate? And what about your jaw? Did you lower your jaw to produce these low vowels? Sometimes low vowels are referred to as open vowels, since the mouth is more open when you produce these vowels. The mid vowels of English are A, E, O, and O, as well as schwa and A. You should be able to feel that these vowels are harder to define, falling at neither the high nor the low extreme of tongue height. The other tongue dimension affecting the production of vowels is backness. The tongue can be pushed forward in the mouth for a front vowel, farther back in the mouth for a back vowel, or it can be somewhere in between for a central vowel. The front vowels of English are I, A, and A. The back vowels of English are U, O, and A. Schwa is the only central vowel that we will be studying in this class. On this slide, you can see a few diagrams of the tongue position in the production of the vowels I, U, and A. You can see that for I, the tongue is high and relatively forward in the mouth, while for U, it is high but back. For A, which is transcribed here with the print A instead of the script A, but we are usually using the script A in our class, the tongue is low and quite far back in the vocal tract, such that it is almost making a constriction in the pharyngeal region down in the throat. Another primary dimension of vowel classification that we use is rounding. This refers to whether the lips are rounded or protruding, or whether they are unrounded, relaxed, or spread apart. The round vowels of American English are U, O, and for some dialects, O. Try it out in front of a mirror with the vowel U and feel what your lips are doing. They should draw close together in an O-like shape, or they may even protrude a little bit. All other vowels of English are unrounded and produced with the lips either relaxed or spread a little bit, as for the vowel E. Again, try it out in a mirror and see what your lips are doing. English only has back round vowels, but some other languages like French also have front round vowels. To make a front round vowel, start out by making a regular front vowel like E. Then, maintaining the same tongue shape in the mouth, move your lips to be round like when you pronounce an U. So you start out with E, U, U. This high front round vowel is transcribed with the Y symbol in IPA, and that is the U vowel in French. On this next slide, you can see the IPA chart of English vowels again, categorized according to height and backness, with the round vowels outlined in the purple box. There are a few more symbols here on the chart that we have not talked about, many of which show up in other dialects of English rather than our Western American dialect. We will not be looking closely at these other symbols in this class, just focus on the ones that we've already discussed so far. We have a few more vowel elements to discuss, including diphthongs, nasalization, tenseness, and rhoticization. So diphthongs are a sequence of two vowel sounds in a single syllable instead of just one vowel sound. The tongue moves from one vowel position to another in the production of a diphthong. And so when you pronounce a diphthong vowel very, very slowly, you should be able to feel your tongue moving during the production of that vowel sound. The main diphthongs of English are I, ow, and oi. Nasalization refers to the lowering of the velum during the production of the vowel, allowing air to pass through the nasal cavity. In English, speakers will regularly nasalize vowels before a nasal consonant like m, n, or eng in preparation for the velum lowering that is required for the nasal consonant. So try saying the words beam, bean, or bingo very slowly, and see if you can hear the nasalization in the vowels preceding the nasal consonants. Compare these vowels to those of words that do not have nasal consonants, like bee or bit. Can you hear the difference? Bee, beam. It can be quite subtle to our ears at first. In IPA, we write nasalized vowels with a squiggly diacritic over the vowel. For those familiar with Spanish, this diacritic is like the Spanish tilde for the letter ñ. Tenseness refers to a distinction between tense and lax vowels based on the tension of the tongue and also mostly how these vowels pattern together. So tense vowels in English include the vowels I, A, U, O, A, I, and ow. They tend to be produced with a somewhat longer duration and may occur at the ends of words in English. Lax vowels include the vowels I, e, o, a, and schwa. They tend to be produced with a somewhat shorter duration and may not occur at the ends of words. Instead, they always occur with a consonant following them to end the word. Finally, we should discuss what to do about vowels that occur with R, specifically the sound. In words like bird, her, turn, and curt, the vowel and the R occur inside the syllable together and tend to blend into one another so that it's difficult to tell when the vowel stops and the R begins. In the cases where this kind of sound occurs in a stressed syllable, as in the words listed right there, bird, her, turn, and curt, we have a few options for transcription. One option is to transcribe these sounds with a syllabic R. For this option, we skip the vowel entirely and only write the R in transcription, putting a vertical line diacritic underneath the R to indicate that its pronunciation takes up the main part of the syllable. Another option is to write a vowel and R in sequence. The appropriate vowel to use for this transcription option is a backwards epsilon. It looks a lot like a 3. In American English, we only use this vowel together with R for our sound, although in British English this vowel shows up without the R as well. A third option is to use what is called a rhoticized vowel. So the vowel is written with a little curly attachment on the upper right-hand side. This indicates that the vowel is R-colored and has the R quality throughout the production of the vowel. If you use this option, you do not need to also transcribe the R separately. The rhoticization on the vowel will suffice. So which of these three options you would like to use is up to you. Any are appropriate for this class. If the sound occurs in an unstressed syllable, like in the second syllable of the words baker or error, then we will use schwa instead of the backwards epsilon. Again, you may either pair the schwa with an R in sequence or use a rhoticized schwa with the curly attachment. Either option is fine. You now have all the vocabulary you need to describe the articulation of vowels. Practice identifying all the vowels that are associated with a particular description, like identifying all the high vowels or all the round vowels. You should also practice using all of the articulatory descriptors to identify each particular vowel of English. For example, the vowel E would be classified as a high front unrounded tense vowel, while the vowel A would be classified as a mid back unrounded lax vowel. Thank you.